YouTube, welcome back to the channel. Today's video is going to be a bookshelf that I built for an office. So I always start off pretty much all my projects using my CNC machine. It makes my life so much easier to have all the parts cut out so I can just assemble them together, finish, paint, stain, whatever the case is. Also, I use a lot of pocket holes. This is the back of the bookcase. You could always use some kind of just screw to the side as well, since it's going to be trim. But you can see as I cut out all my parts, I had each side, the angled piece there, that's one of the sides. And then the back is what I'm gluing up here with the pocket holes. So I pocket hold each side. And then I use the screws to go through the side. Once again, you could not use the pocket holes and just use regular screws on the outside of the side through the back. I just find it easier and it holds better. Just do it like this. I've done it both ways, but this is typically my method. And so once I got that step done, I moved to pretty much all of the shelving. So I done both of the sides, and then here I just used some inch and a quarter screws and used my CNC to cut out once again all the parts, so all the shelvings are perfect. And then I put in the top shelving, so this ended up having 2 or 3 shelves plus the top in the middle section. I just use these screws, pop those in, really just so there's no, you don't see that many pocket holes on the inside of the shelving. And then once I got all 3 of these shelvings on, I'd come back and I'd put all the faces on. But while I have a second, please like and subscribe to the channel. My subscriber count is really growing. I'm over 1,000 now, closing in on 1,100 pretty quick. So please hit the subscribe button and like my video. So this is the middle of the bookcase, which is going to be the top of the over the drawer. I don't know what technically would be called, but you have all the shelving, and then you have this piece. So this is kind of, I guess, the centerpiece of the middle. Glue, pocket hole together. I make sure I leave about an inch, inch and a half, whatever the final measurement ended up being on each side, just so it's even. If I could go back and redo this, I probably would have made it about 2 inches on each side, just so I could get a little bit more overhang, because I thought these were going to sit all together, but they end up not. And so you can see all the shelving that I have done here. The bottom shelf, this is the middle shelf of the cabinet, and then each of the 3 top shelvings. I've done all these all together, and then so I came back. Once again, more glue, more pocket holes. I was going to make this an adjustable shelf, but I forgot as I was CNCing it out until I got to that step. So I just ended up pocket holding it in there. And then so this is just the face. So I put the drawer about, the drawer total is about 5 inches. I usually do them 5 to 6 inches. And so you just have more pocket holes. You have the drawer on the top, then you have the cabinet on the bottom. And so here I had to get, obviously I had to get this cabinet door measurement before I could make the doors. And also I stained this piece separate, and then I came back and I put it on. And so this is the top facing, so this is where all the shelving is. Again, I just found the middle of the shelving and put me a little line, and then found the middle of the trim piece, the face trim piece, and that's where I end up putting that. And then so when I lay it down, I make sure I add just a little bit of glue so that it doesn't come off. And I didn't have a pocket hole on the bottom piece right there where I just put the glue. Because when my pocket hole machine set up, it just doesn't allow me to get that far down. So I just use a little bit of glue so that it doesn't move once I get it down. You could always put a little brad nail through it, you know, if you may. And so the only The only thing to remember here is the very bottom. You have to leave room for that top shelving piece that I had just done, so that you can see the little gap at the bottom there. It's about 3/4, maybe 7/8, something around that range, just to leave room for that shelving to slide in there. Or else, obviously, if you don't, then it won't be able to fit. And so this is just more pocket holes, and so the inside facing is flush, and the outside hangs over about 3/4 of an inch, so that I can come back and put the trim on. And so once I got I went ahead and stained this face because I knew the inside was going to be left raw, um, and so I didn't want to get stain on the inside that I knew was going to be left raw. Again, more pocket holes, a little bit of glue, more pocket holes everywhere. For me, it's the easiest mean of joinery. You could use glue, you could use brad nails, and then so moving on from here, I done the cabinet doors. I didn't include them in this video because I fully plan on showing you how I do a cabinet door. Now that I've got more subscribers, I usually typically just use a table saw. I'll make that another video at a later date. And so here I'm building the drawer box. Most of my videos, I feel like all of them nowadays have drawers in them, and I always show how to do the drawer box. It's just simple as take the measurement, drawer box, brad nails, glue, make a rectangular box. But attach the sides to the bottom, and then attach the back and the front. This is all 1/2 inch birch. Um, it sands well. It looks super clean. You don't have to worry about splinters and whatnot. The biggest thing I've learned with it is you have to have a really sharp blade, whether it be your table saw, miter saw, whatever you end up using to make these boxes. You can't, if you use a dull blade, it's gonna splinter the end of the wood. So it might affect the quality of the drawer box. And besides that, it all comes out well. So I came back, stained the whole entire piece, and then so this is just me attaching that top. I put the drawer slides in. I just use a little, you can put them whatever an inch above. Pop those drawer slides in with some Phillips head screws, and then I come back and I put pocket holes. You can see all around the face, the insides, to attach the top piece, stain the top piece, and polyurethane it, finished it, and so on. And then so here, this is the final step, the trim on the outside. So really, I just took the measurement. I knew the top and the bottom was going to be straight across as you see, and then took my long measurement, which ended up being, I think this cabinet was 6 foot tall, so that long piece is going to be 72 minus 6 inches, and then so the same step, same concept, from that finished piece down, ended up being like 3 foot to 3 foot minus 6 inches, to account for the the thickness and so on, and then attach that, and you're done. Thank you for watching the video.